So I had a couple projects that I wanted to work on over the break here. A couple of things I've been trying to get done. Um, I still wanted to explore Tabletop Simulator. I think there's some potential there. I see some things people do, and I've messed around with it. I think you can make it a playable environment. But either way, I wanted to use that occasion and also a technique I found for Blender to pull all this together. So I used the occasion of the Essential Napoleon. I don't know if you have Tabletop Simulator or if you'd want to get it, but maybe we could do a play test sometime with it or future scenario test. Either way, you could do this many different ways. I found a pretty simple map. It was on somebody's blog for the Napoleonic campaign. And I was able to run that through Blender and get a 3D effect, which you can see here. You know, it's essentially a sculpting process. It's not a, you know, you can do it with a GIS driven thing, but this is pretty simple. I may have overdone it, which you can see from the tokens, but you know, those can be fixed. So the tokens I made are these quick card ones here. They have the information on there. And then the nice thing is you can actually toggle between states. So there's fresh, there's worn for cook. You could do the same thing for Von Alten. Has 3 states. And so just, you know, maybe a way to do this simply. But there you have that. You've got your dice here. You set up with a dice, and I want 2 dice here to roll. And then you can just click to roll 2 dice, and it'll print those out up here. So 4 for a total of 8. And it also shows you over here in this game window if you want to keep that open. You can minimize that. You can obviously import any assets you want to use. That's kind of cool. There's a very easy way to import already existing assets. And these are a few examples I have here. So I'll get rid of them. And what you do is you go to games and you can load in, different people publish their games. And you can look within the game for some assets. So in this case, there's a black powder one somebody did. You can just search and you can see all the models that are available, which is kind of cool. So, you know, British Line Infantry, add that. British Grenadiers. You still might have to do some work to keep track of them, like the states I had on the other tokens. And it may be unnecessary, you know, for this scale, but still, you know, there's a lot of assets out there. I am finding ways to make some, but that's pretty tedious for me at the moment. So the other big thing that makes a difference in Tabletop Simulator, from what I can see, is having preset cameras. So there's up to 10 locations you can do, whether it's whoever designed the thing or each player gets it. I don't know, but in this case, I can step you through a few I've set up. There's kind of a base view from the other side, drilled in closer, top down other side. So I just think if you have a few of those set up, you can easily navigate. And then obviously you can use a manual view of doing that. The individual tokens, at least some of them I set up, they can measure for you how far you want to go out, right? I don't think I did that to all of them yet, but pretty easy to do. So anyway, that was the concept. Checked off a few things I wanted to skill up on, and maybe it'll be useful.